the storm with your heart. Play the storm with your heart.
At one time. All right, let's go to the next game on the docket. Let's go to the Texans versus the Ravens. Key injury. Marlon Humphreys is going to be out for the game, which is huge.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud has been tremendous. Just talk about how you feel about this game.
Okay, so the last time they played earlier this year, I believe the score was 25-9, and C.J. Stroud was under pressure all game.
Mm-hmm.
And I do see this game being more on the closer side. The spread is 9.5 points. The Ravens aren't covering that.
Okay.
If they do, then hey, kudos to them, but I don't think they're covering. The Texans are very hot. The defense is really starting to take form, and they could definitely do some things to really get Lamar off his game. You know, Will Anderson, in my opinion, rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, excuse me.
Over Witherspoon?
Yeah, because edge rushers are more important than corners. But
okay.
Yeah, man, I say I could see this being about I think Ravens probably win by a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, C.J. Stroud's tremendous. This is gonna be a great QB duel, and like you said, no Marlon Humphrey, so might see some more Nico Collins. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, I think the Texans can do some interesting stuff. You know, Bobby Slowick.
Yep.
He's trying to secure a head coaching job.
Getting interviews and stuff.
And going up and putting up a good performance against one of the top defenses in the league looks good on the resume.
It does.
So hey, man, I think this game will be closer than people think. I don't think the Ravens they're especially prone to doing some funny stuff in the playoffs, as we've seen the previous years.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put it past them to look bad. Like I think the Ravens could come out flat.
I'll say this
and
about,
also one last thing.
Go ahead.
Also the fact that the Texans have a really good run defense, and we know Ravens like to run the ball. Now, granted, they have been passing a lot more. Their passing game has really gotten better over the course of the year, but the Ravens like to run the ball. The Texans did like denying the run, and that's why the Browns couldn't really do much. They couldn't run the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how this comes. Well, even though we already seen how it happened out earlier this year, but it's the playoffs. The stakes are higher. The Texans are playing young and loose. Pause. They really have nothing to lose. The Ravens is the one with all the pressure this game. Especially MVP Lamar here. I see him doing the interviews on ESPN. I seen the interviews. So hey, man, I'm rooting for. I mean, either way, the culture wins either way.
Facts.
No matter who wins this game.
But for agenda purposes, for just feel good stories, I would prefer Lamar. Even though I do like Stroud, but in terms of Lamar, like just the effect it will have on the league and for just people that look like us, it just feels a lot. Even though Stroud, I mean, he is black as well. But you get what I'm saying. And then his style of play, you know, people be hating on like his style of play and stuff like that. Oh, he's a dual threat quarterback. You can't win with a dual threat and stuff like, you know, like it would just be a better, in my opinion, it would be a better feel good story.
Yeah. I mean, I like both QBs. It don't matter.
Yeah, it really don't.
But I'm gonna pick the Ravens though by 7 points. I don't think they covered 9.5.
Okay.
Even though they're home.
All right. Well, just some key notes. So two of the top guys for the Ravens, offense and defense, Mark Andrews, he's gonna remain out for this game, and then Marlon Humphreys. Even though they have been winning well, the offense has been pretty well without Mark Andrews. But at the same time, in the playoffs, you need all your guys at the end of the day if you want to prevail. And so that's a key loss for them. And Isaiah Likely, hopefully he'll be able to continue to play well while Mark Andrews has been out. But that's a key loss for them. And then also Marlon Humphreys as well. I think with this game, man, can the Texans continue that momentum on offense? Can they continue to dominate? Can Bobby Slowick dial up some plays that will just confuse this Ravens defense? And I don't know the answer to that. I think without Marlon Humphreys, that is a major disadvantage because obviously, well, they have Kyle Hamilton and stuff like that. I mean, they have all the other guys, but like not having your top corner, your Pro Bowl level corner, I mean, that's a big loss. And so we'll see. Texans, they're gonna be banged up as well. They haven't had Tank Dell in a minute, and they're not gonna have Noah Brown, so that's also gonna be a detriment to their team. But Lamar Jackson, I expect Lamar Jackson to have a really good game. I know you said the rushing defense is one of the best. I just think when it comes to Lamar Jackson, man, like being able to cover him sideline to sideline, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your rush defense is. You look at the 49ers, for example. Remember the 49ers? They got one of the best rush defenses in the league. They couldn't stop him, man. You expect me to believe the Texans could stop him? I hate to say it, but no. I don't think they can stop Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to be really good this game, despite Mark Andrews being out, because he's done it without Mark Andrews. He still has Zay Flowers. You still have Odell. You still have Rashad Bateman. Isaiah Likely, already mentioned him. Gus Edwards. They're going to be fine, and I feel like this game, Lamar Jackson, he's going to put on a show. He's going to make a statement like, I am here. I'm the MVP, and I'm here to get the Super Bowl. And that's that. On the defensive side of things, I expect this is where it gets interesting for me. I think the defense will have a solid day against the Texans. I really do. I think that although the Browns were number one, we mentioned this on the previous pod, how at home the Browns are number one. On the road, they're one of the worst. They gave up all these points to all these other teams on the road. And I think with the Ravens, they're going to look at film. They're going to look what the Browns did, and they're going to say, we're not going to do the same thing. We're not going to get confused by some of these formations that Bobby Slowick has sort of designed, that C.J. Stroud has sort of gotten away with and stuff. Because there were some passes I'm looking like this dude's wide open. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, some of these design play, it was tremendous play calling by the Texans that game. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a lot of wide open dudes. Like, I think C.J. Stroud, he's going to have to make some throws. He's going to have to really play some good football, because I think that the Ravens, they're not going to be as fooled as the Browns were. And
Sure.
so that's how I'm looking at it. I have the Ravens winning this game. It's going to be an entertaining game, but ultimately I think Lamar, he's going to put on a show and make a statement, and they're going to come out there victorious.
Yeah, that's fair. I think most people got the Ravens, so anyway.
Yeah.
Please do not put your money on the Texans unless it's to cover the spread.
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple of y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that sick shit and it's still no cure. Hold up, loud